you guys how to make your driving lights yellow. I put these on in another video. I alluded to the fact that I'm probably going to make them a different color. I'll share that up here somewhere. I'll link to that video of how to put these on. These are the Indian branded ones. When I did it, I already had the Halo LED installed in the front. These are just the stock, regular, out-of-the-box lights that come with it. They didn't match. They didn't look real well together. Lit up, there was a difference in the intensity and the lights and everything, so I figured, well, you know what, if there's going to be a difference, I might as well accentuate the difference and make them even more different, so it looks like it's on purpose. I thought it was going to be temporary until I just got the order in for the Halos to match it. But once I did it, I liked it. So I've kept it all season, and I really like the way it looks. I know some people don't. I happen to like it. I'm trying to make my bike look a little bit different. There's tons of black Springfields out there. I absolutely love the bike, but I want to set mine apart a little bit. So this is one of the things I did, for better or for worse. What I did at the time, I put this, I did this while the lights were still in the frames here. So I kind of did it the quick and dirty way. Today I'm going to actually take these off. I'll show you how I did it, but I'm going to take these off and actually remove the film and then take the light apart and actually do it the right way. So first, I'm in northern Indiana. It's cold as hell here right now. So I'm going to get some coffee first, and then we'll come back out, take this light off, and probably take it into the house to do it there. All right? Join you back in a second. First thing we're going to do is take this assembly off right here. There's a screw down here. It's a Phillips screw, so I'm going to take my Phillips screwdriver and just back that out. Alright, so carefully put that aside. Alright, once you get that screw out, it's just a matter of getting your fingernails or a trim tool or something like this around this edge and just start to pull it out. It's a tight fit, so just beware. And then you've got your light here, and we're going to disconnect that piece and then take this in the house. Okay, to get the headlight out of this ring, there's 3 clips down here. So one down here, here, and about, every third way around the light. These can be kind of a pain in the butt. I haven't taken these out yet. We'll see. What you want to do is, see where my screwdriver is. You want to push down, get that clip out. They're held. They're kind of like a peace sign, and they got a lot of tension on them. So you want to get one out, and then the other one should come. Once you get one out, the other ones should be easier to get out. And then you put them back in. First one's going to be a breeze. Second one's going to be not bad. Third one's probably going to be a pain if it's anything like the headlight on the Scout Bobber. And also be careful because these might shoot out and go flying across the room. There's one. There's two. Two out. The third one you can just pull out with the headlight. So here's the light. Here's the film. I put it on it already. I'm going to just take this off. So this will show you that this is actually one of those mods that if you get it on and you're like, man, that looks like booty. Well, some booty looks good. If it looks like bad booty, you can take it off. So if it looks like crap, just go ahead and peel this off. Bada boom, bada bing, you're back to a white light. So this is actually the key to the whole thing, is this yellow film. And I'll put in the description a link to this film where I got it. I've used this for, let me see, did the fog lights on 2 different BMWs I've owned. Also did it for the headlights on my son's R53 Mini Cooper that he used to have. It looks really cool. When you see a car go down the road with bright yellow lights. It's actually kind of cool if you're into that thing. So a little bit of a JDM on the cars, but also on the bikes, it kind of gives it that little bit of a chromed out cholo look, even though this bike is not that. But again, I like it, so we're going to do it on this. The way I'm going to do it now, I'll show you. I'll put the film back on it, and I'm going to do it probably the right way, what I should have done in the first place. But again, remember, I didn't know if I was going to keep it. I'm going to put the film on and then put this over it so that all the edges are going to be tucked underneath this. So let me get the film and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got a piece here that I cut off. I cut more than I needed, but this should be enough to do 2 across here. The lights are 4.5 inches each. So as long as I've got 10 inches, which I do have total. Yeah, I got 12, so I got plenty. So I'll just cut this in half. I'll work with 1 sheet, and you're going to cover it. A couple things here that you need to worry about. Dirt and air bubbles are going to be your enemy on this. You want to get the film perfectly smooth across the face of the light, and for that we're going to be working slowly, and we're going to also be working with a heat gun to heat it up a little bit and smooth it out. And then the other thing I'm going to use is this little squeegee that I think this actually came with this wrap when I ordered it, but it's going to allow us just to kind of take it and smooth it out. And this is all adhesive, so once it sticks, you're going to have to probably pull it off a little bit, and that's what's going to be the process. I'm going to peel the 2 pieces away. I'm touching just on the edge here because I don't want to get fingerprints on it, and I'm only going to peel away enough to put on half the light so that I can work on the light a little bit at a time. So I'm going to take the light now and try to get it centered. And then just take it and smooth it out with my finger at first. I want to try to make sure we get all the air bubbles out. It's fine if things are hanging over because we're going to trim it later, but we want to just smooth it out. If your lights have been on the bike, definitely you want to clean them really well first, because once something's trapped under this adhesive, it's there. So it's part of the light. So any little bugs you picked up on the way, any dirt, dog hairs, whatever. So I'm going to get this smoothed out a little bit. Won't bore you with it, but this is what I'm starting to do. So you'll see there's a little bit of an air bubble. Hopefully you can see right in here. So we just need to take this and smooth it out as much as possible. So one little trick, if you're noticing that you're starting to get some air bubbles, rather than creasing it, you can also take it and pull it away and then put it back down smoother again. And this is what you'll have to do also with the heat gun. We'll pull it away, heat it up a little bit so it gets more pliable, and then pull it. And sometimes you might have to stretch it around some of the corners and curves. Okay, so you'll see I got most of it pretty smooth. This is not perfection. I've got a couple little areas that I know about that some people might point out to me. And yeah, I already know. Thanks for pointing it out to me. But for the most part, it actually looks pretty good. We're back to a yellow light. I'm going to smooth this out, and then the part of the light bulb that takes a really hard turn this way, I'm going to heat that up with the heat gun, smooth it out as best I can, and then trim around it with a little X-Acto knife. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I'll check the link, the the wrap I'm using came with this little squeegee and a cheapy El Cheapo X-Acto knife type of thing, razor blade. If not, you can find those on Amazon as well. I'll try to find them and put links in here. But let me get this done. I'll heat this up, and then I'll join you back and show you what the finished product looks like. Make sure it's good enough to tuck in. So I'm going to use the light itself as a guard or a guide to start peeling away at this. So that's what the light looks like. You're back to a yellow ball. Now you want to take your ring, put the bulb back in your ring, make sure that you've got, this is the bottom here where this screw hole is, because that's the screw that we took off to get these lights off in the first place. So make sure that's at the absolute bottom of your light, and then you'll see on this bulb, you'll see the different indentations here. 1, 2, 3, and that's where you're going to put your clips back in. So get it all lined up. Clip is going to go in. The way I do it is I put the clip in place, kind of put one of the little fingers in there, and then with my other finger just kind of push it down. Maybe better to use a combination of my hand and a trim tool. This is the time you got to be a little bit careful, because you don't want to make sure that you don't let the light spin a whole lot, so it sits in there right. So I got one in. Check out the one in. Now I'll get the other two in, and then we'll be ready to reinstall it on the bike. And then you've got yellow driving lights. So you too then will figure out how many of your friends love them, how many of your friends hate them. So, because people will be vocal about this. I've had a lot of people give me their opinion, which is fine. It's my bike, and I like it to be a little bit different. So I might actually at some point get the halo lights that match my headlight, and then at that point, do I make those yellow? I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. We'll see what happens. All right, so I'm going to put this all back together again. I'll get it back on the bike, and then take a look at it when it's done. All right, so here's the second one I did. The other one's on the bike already. There's this one. It's not perfect, but the good news is when you buy this film, they give you plenty of it, so you can do a little trial and error. You can try it, and if it sucks, peel it back off, try it again. Makes a nice winter project because you can take your time. Heat it up and be careful, and just kind of smooth it out with your fingers as much as you can. If you get a squeegee like this, that helps a little bit as well. But it doesn't have to be perfect, but good thing about the winter, if you live in weather like I do, you've got time to do it a few times. So that's how you do it. Any questions, hit me up in the comments. Go ahead and pop in the comments if you think it looks good or if you think it looks like trash. I'm just kind of curious how many people like it, how many people don't. Yeah, that's it. So thanks a lot for watching, and subscribe and like. Talk to you later.